Video games put us in strange alien worlds and ask us to solve puzzles and defeat enemies with very little context. In real life, most of us would simply curl up into a fetal position and weep openly in this situation.
But video games aren't real life. They give us the illusion of impossible situations, but guide us through with familiar, recognizable metaphors that help us understand how tools and objects will interact.
Find a sword? You can bet you'll be able to use that to fell skelly-mans in close quarters combat. A bow and arrow? That's for far away skelly felling. A bowling ball with a candle sticking out of it? Well, that's gonna blow stuff up in a couple seconds. A wooden box contains free prizes. Med kits heal your wounds when you eat them. And bats? Well, bats are gonna ruin your whole day.
Now, I've never actually touched any of these objects in real life, but we all know how they work from seeing them on TV and in the movies. Game designers use these familiar metaphors to make you feel really smart when you solve a puzzle, or to keep your attention on the action by making these common tools so intuitive that you don't even think about them.
But what's the deal with keys?
What the heck is going on with keys?
Keys, am I right? What are we talking about?
Okay, so keys in real life have an extremely specific and consistent purpose.
To start cars.
Two extremely specific purposes, but in this case, we're talking about unlocking doors.
Just like keys in video games. What's the problem here?
So, okay, keys in real life, and even in the movies, unlock one specific door, and then can be used to unlock and relock that door as many times as you like. You know, like how keys work.
But in video games, keys can open any locked door you find, and then they just vanish? So you could use it on door number 1 or on door number 2, but not both. That's just not remotely how keys work.
And if we don't move our ship every 30 minutes, we get a ticket.
Yeah, I know. I just have to find the right key. Maybe this one.
And we've been in this spot for like 7 years. So you know they're on their way.
That one wasn't it. But I'll get it.
You have way too many keys. Is that a CVS card? When have you ever been to a CVS?
That one wasn't it. But I have a real good feeling about this one.
If we get a ticket, you're the one going to traffic court, not me.
It wasn't that one.
So, okay, there actually is some variation in the way video game keys work. We're talking specifically here about the Zelda style ones, which may or may not have started with Zelda, but it was certainly Zelda's popularity and influence that popularized this model in lots of other games.
I know in Bethesda games, you have both realistic keys that fit a particular lock, and also Zelda-style keys that work on any door and then break, but they call the Zelda ones lockpicks, and reinforce that they're really brittle, so it makes sense when they break.
That's actually really clever. Are the Zelda keys supposed to be lockpicks?
Oh, interesting. Maybe they were conceived as lockpicks, but people don't know what those look like, so the little icon just had to be a key anyway?
Maybe it's like jimmying the lock open with the wrong key, which opens the door but snaps the key off in the lock. Like when you lock yourself out of your condo at 3 in the morning and you have a spare key but you left it with your ex and never got it back, and she'd totally help you out but you're trying to play it cool and you don't want to show up at her place drunk at 3 a.m., so you grab the spare key from your Hyundai Sonata out of that little magnetic box under the bumper and jam it into the deadbolt at like a 15-degree angle and jiggle it until it catches, and it totally breaks the lock and the key, but whatever, that's tomorrow's problem. At least you got back in, and then you just fall asleep on the couch with your front door hanging wide open? We've all been there, am I right?
Maybe we're overthinking this. Maybe Zelda keys are like regular keys that only open one door.
But they're not. They're not that.
But how do you know? They open the first door you try them on, but what if that just happened to be the right door?
You mean like by coincidence? Every time?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be?
So then the key doesn't break or disappear. You've just determined which door it works on. So it continues letting you into that door, but doesn't help you with any other door.
Like a key would do.
Okay, but in Zelda 1, you can buy keys from merchants that'll open any door in any dungeon.
Do they? Or did that merchant sell you the exact key you needed by miraculous coincidence?
Well, I guess I stand corrected. Keys in video games make perfect sense.
Do you guys see some keys down there? I think we dropped our keys.